action is being taken on that one. That is why it was not part of this that we have put before the Supreme Court. No, so there are different actions that we are pursuing on different levels.
I ask this because you went to the Supreme Court with the basic principle of the fact that the constituencies where declarations had been done and the Electoral Commission had gone to redeclare MPP candidates as MP-select, you were going to challenge that. That was a similar situation in the Obuasi East.
Yes.
So why didn't you add it to Ablekuma North, Tema Central, Okankwe Central, and then the fourth one that we saw as well?
You see, Alfred, what happened is this. The mandamus so sent to the High Court by the MPP did not include Obuasi East.
Right.
They didn't include it. Obuasi East was not part of it. Fantiakwa North was not part of it. So, but our case, the regulations that matter that we sent, and it wasn't heard and dismissed, was including, that one included Obuasi East and Fantiakwa North. But on the basis of the decision so taken by the trial judge of the High Court on the issue of their mandamus, for them to go and do the collation, the Electoral Commission surreptitiously added Obuasi East into that collation. It was not part of the orders given by the High Court. By the time we filed, based on the mandamus issues at the Supreme Court, we couldn't have been adding Obuasi East because Obuasi East was not part. You get the score?
I get it now. Okay.
Yes, Obuasi East was not part of that, the writ of mandamus sent to the High Court by the MPP. So that is why you've not seen Obuasi East on it. But the Electoral Commission surreptitiously, in fact, on the back door, added Obuasi East and quickly declared that one too for the MPP. So that's what I'm saying. Another action is going to be taken on that one to deal with the issue.
I see. That action has not been taken as yet. You're going to now take it?
Oh, it's only a process.
I see. So on Tuesday, we'll see how the High Court will play out. We understand it's going to be before a different judge per the Supreme Court ruling today.
Yes.
Because you had raised...
It's going to be a different judge, not this biased judge. You will not sit on our matter again.
Well, but that point of bias that got Edudita Maklo raised today, the courts did not really admit it, did it?
Well, the court was magnanimous in their pronouncement.
I thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you.
I'm grateful.
That's the Deputy Director of IT and Elections for the NDC, Dr. Rasitanku Computer there. So, yeah, there you have it. Lord, it appears quite clearly that the NDC now enjoying this brief moment of victory, awaiting what the High Court will say on Tuesday.
Tuesday, indeed.
But you spoke to the lawyer for the MPP candidates as well, Gary Nemako, who was in court as one of the lawyers.
Yeah.
And he spoke to journalists after the court hearing today.
Yeah, I mean, Gary, he was not very pleased with the ruling of the Apex Court, obviously, but he said that they are arming themselves, they are arsenals, and then they'll go on Tuesday to, battle it out, because he still maintains that they have a case there and that the NDC, they may have had their day in court today, but ultimately, because it's sort of a reset button has been put here as far as the mandamus application is concerned, once they are back at the High Court, they'll argue it out and then they'll see how the chips will fall in place at that point.
And we're going to be hearing from them shortly. But this is Edudita Maklo, who was also counsel for the candidates today, speaking to the journalists after the court hearing today.
Mean? Can you break things down for us? Because as it stands, the court says that for the four constituencies, their case is still supposed to be heard, a mandamus application at the High Court. But basically, what does it all mean?
Basically, the decision of the court is that the High Court judge, whilst hearing the mandamus application, had noticed that the...
on a separate platform.
Well, that is up to them. The court has spoken already, so that ends the matter.
Are you face them?
Face who? We are not fighting. They are brothers. We are not fighting. You saw me hugging them and talking to them.
Right.
And this year they are not enemies. We are not fighting. It's a question of the brains. We are not fighting.
The court is concerned about peace after today's ruling. What message do you have?
No, not after today's ruling per se. It's peace post-elections. You realize that after these elections, there have been a lot of post-election violence. We don't understand. There must be peace in the country. If we won elections, what about the destruction of state properties and all these things? It's not good. So let's all learn to abide by rule of law. That is the way I see it. That is all. So please, all parties, political parties, especially our brothers in the NDC, they should learn to respect the law. That is all.
So that was Gary Nimako. He's the lead counsel for the NPP side, essentially rehashing the fact that they'll be back in court on Tuesday when that decision which was made when the court hears that Mandema's application again by the NDC. They're basically saying that they should file all their documents and then they will face them as such. So stands now, like we noted earlier, there's been a lot of reactions. People are excited, especially from the NDC quarters. But what are your initial comments on this?
I think we are grateful to the APS court. At least it has restored sanity in the process that was going on at the High Court. And that for us is why we are grateful to the APS court. And I want to thank my able co-counsels here, my seniors who accompanied us to court today for this one. At least fairness has been done today. And that is all that we're calling for. The fact that we have to go to the High Court, what strategies we are going to deploy, I will not disclose it. But I just want to thank everyone for this. And I'll urge our party supporters in Ahafano and Suhun to stay calm and watch what we'll be doing going forward.
Now, one thing that you sought to put across was the issue of bias, and that was not agreed by the APS court. You cited about 3 or 4 instances that the presiding judge, what you described as bias.
No, I understand the policy rationale. Making a definite finding of bias against a judge obviously is not an easy start, right? But we've made a point, to the point that the court itself agrees that he should not hear the matter again. It's enough rebuke of the entire process that he actually supervised. And that for us is significant. Yes.
What word do you have for the constituents in these 4 areas?
No, they should stay calm and we'll take it up from there. What's important is that all the coalitions, the declarations that happen, that are founded on those orders have all been set aside. Significant. I'll just end it here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adiji. So you heard
So that's Gordon Ejudi Chamako. He's the lead counsel for these persons and indeed the NDC in this particular case. So we'll see how things play out on the 31st.
Yeah.
That's on Tuesday. What the High Court will say. He says they have a strategy he's not going to disclose. But then again, there are questions about what the Electoral Commission will now also be presenting.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same pink sheet and the same case that they took to the previous case and involving the previous High Court judge, and how that is also going to play out. Yes, quickly before we go.
Previous hearing, the Electoral Commission did not present any affidavit of opposition in both instances. So it remains to be seen if this time around they're going to change their stance and only file the affidavit of oppositions to the applications by the NDC.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's Lord Duasari. He's a legal affairs correspondent there. Now, the West African Examination Council, we're monitoring some stories we're hearing right now, some 35 million cedis they've received from the Ministry of Education. But before that, the new patriotic party in the Yendi constituency, that's the Yendi constituency chair, Najiru Abdul Karim, has announced the temporary suspension of 184 members for breaching the party's constitution. This was revealed in a press statement issued December 26th. According to the statement, the decision was made in line with Article 3, Clause 91, 71, and 81 of the party's constitution. The statement explained that the party leadership received several complaints from other members alleging constitutional breaches by the suspended individuals. Now, shortly, Christopher Mwako, is an author and Savannah regional correspondent, is going to be joining us for some more details on this particular issue and how things are playing out, especially in the Yendi constituency. If you recall, during the parliamentary elections in the Yendi constituency, there was news of some NPP members and executives campaigning against the candidate for that particular constituency. That is the son of the former vice president, Aliyu Mahama, that's Farouk Mahama. He won the constituency, but under very contentious circumstances. And Christopher Mwako is joining us right now. And Chris, tell us. Hello, Chris, can you hear me?
Alfred, I can hear you, but your voice is faint.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now.
Perfect. Now, I want to find out from you how, especially the party members in Yendi, have been reacting to the news of this 184 members being suspended.
Yes, so I have spoken with some of the victims of this particular exercise by the leadership of the party in Yendi, and what they are telling me is that they have not received any official communication from the party, and even if they do, they will wait to hear from the leadership why they have to take that decision of suspending them. Some of them also told me that they welcome the decision by the party. If they get the information officially, they will welcome it, because all they wanted was to let the party leadership know that what they are doing is affecting the growth of the party in the Yendi constituency.
I see that, but did the party executives explain what the temporary suspension means of this 184 members?
Yes, so basically what the chairman told me is that the suspension came as a result of the actions of the affected members, because they supported an independent candidate who contested the Yendi constituency. And so once they went outside the rules and regulations of the party to support another person who did not contest on the ticket of the party, it meant that they broke some of the rules and regulations of the party, and so they have to suspend them. That is the reason why they have suspended them. He also indicated strongly, that's the chairman, that they are going to suspend more people because some also finance the independent candidates, and they are going to ensure that the law takes its course on them.
I see. Now, I recall that during the elections, there was this particular news that came through. But the people who have been suspended, how have they been reacting to this? Have you spoken to any of them?
As it stands now, I have spoken to only 2 of them that have been identified as being part of those who have been suspended. And what they told me is that they have not received any official statement yet from the party indicating that they have been suspended. And if they even receive the information, official information from the party that they have been suspended, what they are going to do is that they will welcome the decision of the party and let the national executive know that the executives in the Yendi constituency, as well as the parliamentary candidates, took members of the party for granted, and that was why they have to support an independent candidate.
And maybe quickly before I let you go, this election in the Yendi constituency, we saw a lot of rancor there. What's happening? Even though Farouk Mahama has retained the seat for the MPP, what has the aftermath been?
Yes, Farouk lost the election woefully because he was beaten by the NDC candidate. So as it stands now, Yendi constituency, we have an NDC member of parliament elect who will be sworn in, God willing, on the 7th of January. And you know that is the reason why the party leadership have started suspending some members of the party, because they believe that if the man hadn't gone independent, the MPP would have won the election, because the independent candidate, Alfred, was able to pull some over 4,000 votes. And so it's an indication that once it's an MPP breakaway person, probably
they were expecting that all these people would have voted for Ali Muhammad so that MPP will retain the seat. And Alfred, one thing is that anytime someone goes independent, an MPP person goes independent in the Yendi constituency, the MPP loses that election when it comes to parliamentary. Because in 2008, one person from the MPP broke away and contested the elections as an independent candidate, and MPP lost the seat for the first time. And this time again, an MPP person has contested the elections on the, as an independent candidate, and MPP has lost the elections again.
Chris, I appreciate you for this. And Christopher Marcos, our Northern and Savannah Regional correspondent. But we're back shortly after this quick break. Stay with us.
This holiday season, there's a perfect place to be. La Villa Boutique Hotel, where comfort meets festive joy. Join us for celebrations that cater to corporates, families, and friends. Celebrate with us where the joy never ends. Enjoy live bands and DJs that keep the beat and acoustic tunes that are, so sweet. Indulge in delicious meals that will delight your taste buds. Celebrate this Christmas with style and cheer on December 13th, 20th, and 27th. Book your preferred slot now and celebrate with us on a starry night. For reservations, call or WhatsApp 055-7838-577. That's 055-7838-577. And your year where joy begins. La Villa Boutique Hotel, an oasis in the heart of a city.
Get ready to close out the year in style with the official end-of-year party, the 3FM All-White Party, happening on Saturday, the 28th of December at 7 p.m. at the plush La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Imagine the perfect night filled with electrifying music from the hottest DJs, thrilling live performances from Stoneboy, Kitty, Cheche, and Samini. And all your favorite personalities under one roof. Dressed to slay in all white. Ain't no party like a 3FM party, because a 3FM party don't stop. So inviting corporate Ghana to come party with staff or clientele, calling all the girls, and the boys. Whether you're getting seats or tables, get those dazzling white outfits ready and let's party like never before. Call 0532-200-927 or 0531-100-927 for your tables or your seat reservations now. The 3FM All-White Party is proudly sponsored by GCB Bank, your bank for life. Brutelli Calipo, Lemfi, Slam Perfumes, and powered by 92.7 3FM.
Merry Christmas from your urban lifestyle radio, 92.7 3FM. Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho!
Imagine a place where voices matter, where every corner, every street, every community is a platform.
A big bus moving through Accra, carrying conversations, questions, and the pulse of the nation. This is not just another show, it's your voice on the move.
Join us as 3FM Sunrise hits the road, turning ordinary streets into platforms for extraordinary dialogue. Speak freely, listen deeply, and help shape the conversation that drives Ghana forward.
Look out for the bus and tune in exclusively on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
Accra gets busy on this frequency. 92.7 3FM.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the business segment on Hot Edition. Coming up tonight, energy expert renews calls for privatization of distribution and revenue collection of Ghana's power sector. We'll hear from energy strategist. My name is Menu Afo. Please stay with us. Let's get the details now. Energy expert Dr. Yusuf Sulemana has renewed calls for the privatization of Ghana's power distribution and revenue mobilization to address the sector's inefficiencies. The country's power sector faces numerous challenges, including inefficient distribution and revenue collection, with distribution losses standing at around 30%. Dr. Sulemana believes that strategic privatization of the sector will promote efficiency and address these challenges.
If you look at the power sector, recovery program that was instituted with the aim of liberalizing most of the value streams. I think with this, we did justice to the generation arm of it, and the results were clear for all to see. However, when it came to the distribution, I believe there was an inertia. We never followed suit with respect to the power sector overall recovery plan. As it currently stands, I believe the revenue arm of it is what we need to look at seriously. If you can get a private sector with a proven track record that can take that part of it, that aspect of an ECG, and manage it. And what we need to do, the government just need to stay out, provide some key deliverables to whoever private sector player that has a proven track record to be able to champion that.
Energy expert Dr. Yusuf Sulemana enumerating some strategies to revive Ghana's energy sector. Away from that, the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is advocating for policy interventions that will promote local production of most imported products. According to GUTA President Dr. Joseph Obing, members are eager to transition from importation to manufacturing, but current economic policies, particularly taxation and the persistent cedi depreciation, have been major obstacles. The association is urging the incoming John Mahama administration to create an enabling environment that supports local manufacturing.
We have to do everything to reduce the volume of importation. That has been the bane of this country. The problem that we are facing with our forests and all that is as a result of the excessive imports that we do. And if we have to look from within, manufacture, and then consume what we manufacture and all that, it will lessen the dependency of the forest. And it's as simple as a ABC, and we just want the enabling environment, the resources that is required for us to be able to move into such a huge area so that people will be encouraged and emboldened to go into that era. We've been talking about cost of utilities and all that excessive taxation. We have to move away from taxation, as they themselves know, to production. If you're able to do that, then the cost of our produce is not overpriced.
You heard President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obing, calling for an enabling environment that will promote local manufacturing. That's it for the business segment here on Hot Edition. For more stories, kindly log on to our website. It's www.3news.com. My name is Minwafo. Please stay tuned. Sports News is up next.
Get ready to close out the year in style with the official end-of-year party, the 3FM All-White Party, happening on Saturday, the 28th of December at 7 p.m. at the plush La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Imagine the perfect night filled with electrifying music from the hottest DJs, thrilling live performances from Stoneboy, Kitty, Ketchup, And Samini. And all your favorite personalities under one roof. Dressed to slay in all white. Ain't no party like a 3FM party, cause a 3FM party don't stop. So inviting corporate Ghana to come party with staff or clientele, calling all the girls, and the boys. Whether you're getting seats or tables, get those dazzling white outfits ready and let's party like never before. Call 0532-200-927 or 0531-100-927 for your tables or your seat reservations now. The 3FM All-White Party is proudly sponsored by GCB Bank, your bank for life. Fratelli Calipo, Lemfi, Slam Perfumes, and powered by 92.7 3FM.
Welcome back. You're still live here on Hot Edition on 3FM 92.7, also on Kesmi 107.1 in Tamale and beyond, and on W93.5 in and beyond. Now, before we go, the West African Examination Council has confirmed receiving 35 million CDs from the Ministry of Education for the processing of the 2024 West African Senior Secondary Certificate Examination, that's WASSCE, results for school candidates. The release is to enable WAEC complete the scanning of the objective cards and the results of the candidates. The ministry had, if you recall, on December 18, released 25 million CDs to WAEC, and John Kapi is head of public affairs for the West African Examination Council. He's joining us on the telephone for a quick conversation. Mr. Kapi, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be with you.
First off, let's confirm this. That have you received 35 million CDs from the Ministry of Education as being reported?
Yes, okay. So on December 25, there was a meeting between the minister, the director of finance of WAEC, and a few other employees of the ministry, and then a check for 35 million was issued. This morning, our director of finance was able to go through the process and get the checks deposited appropriately in our account. So I can say that, yes, we have received the 35 million from the Ministry of Education.
So effectively 60 million, that's the 25 earlier, and then this 35 million on Christmas Day, out of the 118 million.
That is correct.
Is that enough to repair the broken down scanners and cater for the debts that government owes you?
Well, earlier we had indicated that, because of the urgency with which results were needed so that the universities could do their admissions, we did some kind of projection, and we realized that if we got a 35 million in addition to a 25, we would be able to go through the process and get the results out so that the candidates would be able to go to school. But then there are a few other financial obligations that we have. And so the 58 million that is still left, we would need that money to be able to finish or be able to pay the people that we owe, people who provided some assistance for us to be able to work out and then get the results out.
But then will the results be released on the 28th or 29th, as was earlier assured by the Minister of Education?
I think earlier I debunked that assertion because, and again, I stand by what I said, that it was an announcement made without any consultation with the WAEC. But now that we have the money, we've been able to get our technicians to work on the broken down scanners. They are working. I was myself at the office today, and we are projecting that by the end of this month, yes, we'll be able to be able to read the results. But then, I wouldn't want to be able to confirm the date 29th as that which was said by us and the ministry, no.
So for the parents listening to us right now, the results will not be declared on the that's released, I beg your pardon, on the 29th of December.
Well, for now, we are working with machines, and so we don't want to be very specific because otherwise, when there are challenges, it will be as though you've lied to the public. But then what we're saying is that certainly by the close of this month, we should be able to release the results.
Close of this month is effectively 29th, 30th. Or 31st, which is just...
Right, 30th or 31st, yes, because we have people who are actually working. I left them in the office still working, and so we want to be sure that we're able to do our bit so that the others can also continue with their work. Yeah.
I see. So that's effectively an assurance, even though you don't want to put it that way. So for parents listening to us, all things being equal, by the 31st of December, you would be able to release the results of the WASI.
That is correct.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure if there are any developments, we'll come back to you.
Certainly. You're always welcome.
Have a good one. That's John Koppy, speaks for the West African Examination Council, WAEC, there. So that's for parents. Some good news that we're leaving you with, but then again, it's hinged on all other things being equal. So if there are any developments, trust that we'll let you know. On behalf of the rest of the team, I want to say thank you for staying with us here on Hot Edition. Join me and the team at 10 p.m. on TV3 for Ghana Tonight. Also live on 3FM 92.7. Same time, 10 p.m. My name is Alfred Concept. Have a great evening.